Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it's time for a new floss tube. I did not vlog this week. Things have been kind of really up in the air, and it's been difficult for me to do much of anything. So, this one's going to be a hot mess. I'm going to show you a few things that I have here. I'm probably going to show you pictures of most of the stuff, because some stuff has already gotten put up. Like I'm a hot mess. My work has not called back yet, so I'm doing side work, and that's the reason my schedule has been all over the place, and not a lot of stitching has gotten done. For the most part, I've been keeping up with my daily 100s with a little bit of stitching here and there. That's probably how it's going to be for at least another week to 2 weeks, and then we'll go from there. I don't know. Things could change at the drop of a hat. I'm having to be prepared for that. Like I don't know if I said it on my last video or if I said it on my live, but this is not how January normally goes for me. I normally have a very good hit all those goals really early in the month stitching in January, and it just has not gone like that. So it's kind of thrown me off balance. But I just keep trying to remind myself that the only person expecting those things from me is me. And I may need to give myself a little leniency with all the changes going on in real life. So that's the plan right now, is to just take it day by day. So let's get into this. First and foremost, outside of yesterday, I was too tired when I got home last night. I did not get my stitches in on Alice. But I have been stitching on Alice every day, and there's been a couple days where I've gotten an extra stitching in. So here is where, this is Mini Alice and a Dolly Dream from Heaven and Art Designs. It is my focus this year. I am trying to get 700 stitches a week on it. In weeks when I can, I'll try and get a little bit more to make up for, like yesterday, I didn't get to stitch. So luckily there was a day earlier this week where I got 200. So I'm not getting behind. I'm trying to make sure I stay ahead so I don't get behind. This is the entirety of the project in the biggest Nerge, the number 4, at least the biggest one I know of. These people will not quit calling me. I've told them so many times that I'm not interested. Okay, so anyway, we're hoping to get all of this completed this year, all of it. So it's going to be a journey, and I hope you stick along with me. Again, because for me, it's easiest to put a little bit in it every day than it is to try and sit down and put a bulk amount of stitches in it. I don't know why. It's just how it is. So I've been working on that one every day. Now, my other daily 100 is I'm doing temperature stitching. You may have seen that here and there around the Flosstubes or around the Facebook groups. It's something that started recently, like within the last few months. I'm not quite sure exactly where it started, but I know there are temperature salves out there. This is not that. What it is you take the temperature of the day. For me, I pick the high. You can pick the low, you can average, whatever. There's to each their own. I pick the high temperature of my day. So today, if you look at my little widget here, it's 39 right now, but the high today is 57. So I will take the last number 7, and that chooses my whip. So I have 5 whips right now. Each have 2 numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 5 picked out. And so I'll stitch on the 7 whip today, which I believe, oh, don't get me lying to you. 1 second. I have it written in the planner. 7 is Heart Full of Gratitude. So 0 and 1 are Edgar, 2 and 3 is Growth Rings, 4, 5 is Dark Queen of the Sea, 6, 7 is Heart Full of Gratitude, and 8, 9 is Lilith of Labador. When any of these projects has hit 2,500 stitches, which is their yearly goal for that project, then it will swap out. And in its place will be some smalls that I'm supposed to be starting today. We'll see how that goes. So, I think I'm a couple days behind on updating this. But, so when they've colored in the whole line, then I'll add a new one in. And I've got space for 7 more before I have to print off a new one of these templates. So that's that. All right, so I've been keeping up with the temperature stitching because on the drive to work, I can usually knock out those 100 stitches. Yeah, so did I work on all 5 of them this week? I worked on Lilith, Heartful of Gratitude, Dark Queen of the Sea, Growth Rings, and Edgar. I've worked on all 5. Well, Edgar is technically next week's, so I will show him next week. Because I'm a day behind, but I want to get back on schedule. So we're going to leave Monday stitching to Monday. Okay, so let's see which ones I have here to be able to show. First is Heartful of Gratitude. And here's where we are. I filled in a little bit of leaf, and this came out twice this week, I think. I was kind of working parked threads since the last time I worked on this last year, I was trying to fit whatever stitching I was doing inside the hoop. So like I stopped like right here and stuff like that. And I only had to about here. Then when I brought it back out in the car, I was like, I don't like my floss card, my thread card needs to be reloaded badly. So I worked with whatever parked threads I had and the few colors that were actually on my floss card, hence the weird places that I'm going. But anyway, it's gotten a couple 100 stitches this week. 200. Twice. I worked on it Monday and Tuesday. So that is Heartful of Gratitude from Cottage Garden Samplings. I think I can get this one finished this year. So we'll see. Okay, so then I have had Lilith get called a couple times, it looks like. So here is Lilith of Labrador from Mirabilia. I've been working in this area. That's one thing about the Daily 100 Stitches. I tend to look for patches of quick stitching because, again, I'm doing this typically in the car on the way to work. So, to side jobs that I'm working. And so filling in like this right here is quick and easy. I can make sure it gets done. So she has a whole lot of tail we need to get to. I ran out of room over here to finish going around. So it's a whole lot of tail. We're going to fill up this space. So that's Lilith of Labrador from Mirabilia. And her temperature seems to come up the most around here. She's already like a fifth of the way there or something like that. It's like I said, I don't think I've marked it in a couple days. I got to go through and look. Next, we have Dark Queen of the Sea. She has come up, it looks like maybe twice this week. My numbers aren't going to be right. 2, 4, 6. Oh, maybe 7. Yeah. Because Edgar was technically the next week. So anyway, I need to do some frogging right here. This is wrong. So that's why I kind of ended really abruptly right there because I need to frog this before I continue. And then I started kind of working up in here. So look, I love the ombre effect of the seaweed. That is amazing. Or like her tentacles there. Erin is very much a genius when it comes to color and that sort of thing. I love his faces. So much expression in the eyes. It's amazing. All right, so that's Dark Queen of the Sea from Autoline Stitchery and Under the Sea Fabrics. You're going to see all of these pretty often, so there's that. All right, so that's my the only other temperature I have doesn't look like it's in here, which is kind of a surprise. Hold on. My son also left his backpack here. Oh, here it is. It was sitting right on top. All right. So this is growth rings from Ink Circles. I gotta figure out which way it goes. All right. And this is my focus piece for the month, or for every month. So it gets 200 stitches. But considering we have an entire half of a project, 200 stitches isn't going to make a huge dent. So I said, let's go ahead and put it in temperature stitching 2 to try and get more progress on it this year. And 100 stitches is about all the patience I have for this one. I don't know why. I think it might be the linen. It's probably the linen. It's not only linen, it's dark linen. So anyway, by the time I get to 100, I'm pretty well done. So that'll help me to keep caught up on these daily temperatures. So I've been kind of going along the side here. But it got 100 just the other day. It was right in here. So we'll see it again, I'm sure. And I gotta find the bag for it because it's still buried under there. All right, so that's all the temperature. Like I said, I've been keeping up on Alice and daily temperature stitching, no problem. In between there, when I do have time to actually sit down and stitch, like during my live or after I get home from work in the evenings, which has been hard because we've been getting in late, that's gonna stop soonish. There are a few other things I focused on. One I know I don't have in here, so I'm just going to show you a picture. And that is my Star Dragon from Alforce Embroidery. This was a Whipco call for me. Whipco called my friend Laurel. Laurel picked this project. And I'm getting close to getting the page finished. I had to do some frogging over here. In fact, oops, go away. There's still some frogging to be done. These gold leaves right here need to come out. Because if you see right there, that stitch is higher than this one. So we need to get that out and then restitched. And so that corner and then a little bit of green over here, and I'll have this first page that I started on finished. I started in the center top. So I started up here and I kind of worked my way down because I really wanted to get to some of this red, and then kind of filled in. When I first started working on it, I was working like one strand of this gray color, one strand of the gold, one strand of the green, one strand of the red, and just kind of jumping around. But then with the frogging, I haven't been able to do that quite so much lately, but we'll get back to it. I really enjoyed those 500 stitches. I can't wait for it to come out again. I love this project. All right. Daily. One of the other things that if I get done with my daily 100 in the car is another easy one to work on is my stitch along. So I've only put in like 200, maybe not even 200 stitches on this because I've only been able to pull it out twice. But and of course, at some point I'll work on it at home. I have a lot of other goals to get to first, so it's no big deal. But here's where we've gotten to. I finished this. So this is the one I'm dividing into 12 parts to have finished by December. So I decided to divide each of the 4 squares that I have left into thirds differently. And so this one is getting turned into a V. So I took the pattern and I put a straight line across like this and like this. I know my fingers aren't doing it straight, but made a V. And so we're going to start with this section of the V first. February will be the middle. March will be this one. Now down here, I'm going to go into thirds rectangly. So do-do, do-do, do-do. And then this one will be vertically. And I think the third one is going to be the V's, but the opposite direction of this one. I think. We'll see. It doesn't really matter. It just, as long as each block gets divided into a third somehow. So, I got started on, or I got this part of the border completed. This part would obviously be over in the next section. And then I got started on, there's 2 crows sitting on a pumpkin. So I got started on that. So I'm excited to get back to this one too. It's one I really enjoy stitching on. And this is Trick or Treat from Cottage Garden Samplings. And it's my Sal, so we'll be seeing it every month. Typically I just sit down and knock it out. But this was one I was like, ooh, that I can work in the car on that one and it'll be a little bit easier for me. That may change here soon because I plan on starting a bunch of smalls today and they would actually be better. So, all right, the other thing I have, and it's put up, so I'm not going to worry about pulling it out, but I got my 500. So one of my focus pieces is World Postage Stamp. I put 500 stitches into it every month, and I have a feeling we're definitely finishing it this year. I don't know if we'll make it to December with 500 stitches every month, but that's okay. We'll just put something else in its place if it goes out. And so here is where I got to after the 500 stitches in it this month. So I finished up the Serengeti block. The sky and some of the tree hadn't been stitched yet. So I got that finished. Yeah, I got his little hose put in. And then I've moved down to the 2 characters here. So when I get it back out, I'm going to move the Q-snap up so you won't see the stamps, but we'll be able to work the rest of the page. So there's these 2 kids here. There's a hot air balloon and the word world travel or world postage stamp, whatever. And then underneath it is another big long stamp that takes the entire bottom. So 500 stitches a month for this month, check. And moving on. The last thing I started working on and I haven't gotten very far was for categories. And I think I'm at like 3 out of my 500 stitches. This one came up for holiday, and this is Gift of Giving from Little Stitch Girl. We stitched on it Saturday on my live, and we got his beard completely filled in. I've got to find the blue floss that's supposed to go in his eyes because those eyes are creepy. Get those finished up, and we started into his hat. Like I said, I think I'm about 300 stitches into it, so we still need a couple hundred more before I put it up for the month. But that is the progress so far this week. So that is everything for this week. I do want to, don't have much more time, but I do want to run through plans real quick. Some things have to be gone for work again. All right. So yeah, planner, kind of working on it, trying to get better, but this is the list where I really wanted to take y'all today. I'm just going to grab this marker because I don't know where my other markers are at the moment. And so plans I had for this month, a new start. So I started Coastal Summer on the 1st. Y'all saw that in the last video. Monopoly, I had my Monopoly spin on the 2nd and I got it done. My stitch along, I told you I'm still working on. These are my 5 focus pieces. So the first one is one motif. That's Fairy Tale Lands 2. I haven't pulled that out yet. One section, that's Spangled. We got that done. 600 stitches on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. I haven't done that yet. 500 stitches on World Postage Stamp. We did that. 200 stitches on Growth Rings. We've done that. Then my 5 categories. New to You is Shangri-La. I haven't worked on that one yet. Sampler was also Spangled. We got that one knocked out. Closest to a finish is Ladies Who Lunch. I haven't even looked at that one yet. Fantasy is Aurora, and I haven't pulled that one out yet. And Holiday is Gift of Giving. We're still in the process of that one. Then my temperature stitching, that's daily. I've been keeping up with it. My full coverage focus, that's Alice, and we've been doing pretty good with that so far. In week 1, I had 600 stitches, and week 2, I had 800 stitches. So I update it every Saturday in the full coverage fanatics group. The tissue box, that's today. And then Whip Go, I've done 1 of 2. So today I have a bunch of smalls I'm going to take with me and see how many I can get started today. A start for me is 100 stitches. I think I have like 8 planned. If I can get to all 8, great. If not, that's okay too. But then the rest of the year, my focus is going to be finishing and starting the next one, the 14th of every month, that set. Whether it be all the same designer or an actual series. Most of mine are actual series. We're going to focus on trying to get it, see how many we can get of those done this year. Last year, I had 4. So the word plays, which are ones I would like to continue this year, I got 4 of them done last year. 3 or 4 done. The Quirky Quakers, I think I got 6 of them done. The Year of Celebrations, I think I got 4 done. And Mill Hills, I got 4 done. So it was really good for me last year. I kind of got them in and got them out. And so that's what I'm trying to do again this year. Now, like I said, I've come up with so many that we'll see how well I do. But I'm looking forward to seeing. So, that's it for me this week. I know it's short and quick. Like I said, it's a hot mess around here. I'm just glad I had a few minutes this morning to come and record and try and get this uploaded before I head off to work. I will try and be better about it, but I'm making no promises. I'll be here at some point. I'm still planning on doing my lives. They may move around this week. I'm thinking about moving Thursdays to Wednesday. And I'm not sure about my Saturday morning one. I don't know. So I will post it on the community board on the YouTube page. So that is it for me. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you, if you're new here, I hope you saw something that you enjoyed and keeps you coming back for more. If you're a returning friend and subscriber, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ways that you show you love me, and I will see y'all next week.